Chapter 1. Preparation. Connecting the power supply. This machine is equipped with a two-way speed control for sewing. You can use either the foot control or the start-stop button to operate the machine. Before connecting the machine to the power supply, make sure to turn the power switch off. If you plan to use the foot control, insert the plug into the machine socket. Connect the power supply cord by inserting the plug into the machine and power outlet. Function buttons. The 5 function buttons are conveniently grouped together for easy access while sewing. Start-stop button. Press the Start-Stop button to start or to stop the machine. However, the Start-Stop button will not work when the foot control is connected. The machine will run slowly as long as this button is pressed and will start running at the speed set by the speed control slider when the button is released. Pressing this button again while the machine is running will slow down the machine and it will stop when the button is released. This function is extremely useful when precise control of stitching is necessary. Reverse button. The machine will sew in reverse as long as the reverse button is being pressed when straight stitches and zigzag stitches are being sewn. To secure the beginning of a seam, press and hold this button so that the machine will sew in reverse at the slowest speed. When other patterns are selected, pressing the reverse button causes the machine to lock the stitch in place and stop automatically. Auto lock button. The machine immediately locks the stitch and will stop automatically by pressing the auto lock button when straight stitches and zigzag stitches have been selected. When other patterns are selected, the machine will sew to the end of the pattern being sewn, then lock the stitch and stop automatically. Up-down needle position button. Press the up-down needle position button to bring the needle to the up or down position. The machine will stop with the needle up or down depending on the position this button is set to. Thread cutter button. Press this button to trim the threads after sewing. You can sew the next stitch without pulling the bobbin thread up. If you use thick threads, use the thread cutter on the faceplate. Speed control slider. The speed control slider sets the maximum sewing speed. To decrease the speed, shift it to the left. Shift the slider to the right to increase the speed. Winding the bobbin. Extra spool pin. Use the extra spool pin when you need to wind the bobbin without unthreading the machine while working on a sewing project. Open the top cover and insert the extra spool pin into the spool stand and then into the hole beside the horizontal spool pin. Place the felt and spool of thread on the spool pin. Winding the bobbin. Taking out the bobbin. Set the spool of thread on the spool pin like this and secure it with the spool holder. Pull the thread from the spool, pass it into the guide slot, and then draw the thread around and to the back of the thread guide. Pass the thread through the hole in the bobbin and put it on the bobbin winder spindle. Push the bobbin winder spindle to the right. Turn the power switch on and start the machine. Stop the machine when the bobbin has wound several layers and cut the thread close to the hole in the bobbin. Start the machine again. Stop the machine when the bobbin is fully wound and stops spinning. Return the bobbin winder spindle to its original position. Remove the bobbin and cut the thread with the thread cutter. Inserting the bobbin. Turn the power switch off. Slide the hook cover release button to the right, and the hook cover will pop open. Place the bobbin in the bobbin holder with the thread running off counterclockwise. Guide the thread into the front notch on the bobbin holder. Draw the thread to the left, sliding it between the tension spring blades. Continue to draw the thread lightly until the thread slips into the slide notch. Pull out about 10 centimeters or 4 inches of thread to the back and attach the hook cover plate. Threading the machine. Turn the power switch on and raise the needle by pressing the up-down needle position button. Raise the presser foot. Turn the power switch off. Draw the thread from the spool. Pass the thread down into the guide slot. Draw the thread around the corner and toward you along the channel. Pull it down along the right channel. Pull the thread up around the guide plate and along the left channel. Slip the thread into the eye of the take-up lever and pull it down along the left channel. Pass the thread through the thread guides under the faceplate and needle clamp. Needle threader. Turn the power switch on and press the up-down needle position button twice to raise the needle. Turn the power switch off and lower the presser foot. Pull the threader down as far as it will go. The hook comes out through the needle eye and the threader is held in the down position. Draw the thread and pass it around the left guide. Draw the thread to the right and under the threader hook. Hang the thread on the right guide. Raise the threader slowly, drawing the thread loop through the needle eye. Draw the thread end out through the needle eye. Drawing up the bobbin thread. Turn the power switch on and raise the presser foot. While holding the needle thread with your finger, press the up-down needle position button twice. Pull the needle thread to lift the loop of the bobbin thread. Slide 10 centimeters or 4 inches of both threads to the back under the presser foot.